Hello and welcome to Purple Table Tarot. I'm Robin and I will be reading for Gemini today. But first I'm going to cleanse the energy around your cards. And we will be doing a you and them love reading or even just a relationship reading. It's basically the person that's on your mind. And we'll be looking into the energies that you're bringing, that they're bringing, the nature of the relationship as it stands right now, and then the outcome or the potential outcome. Okay. All right, let's get started. Okay, this is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. What are the messages for Gemini about their person? Oops. What messages are needed for the greatest and highest good of this connection and for Gemini's knowledge of it? This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. Okay, and the bottom of the deck energy is the Empress. Very, very powerful energy. Very powerful energy. Okay, so Gemini, on your side, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Death card. On your person's side, we have the Hermit, King of Wands, King of Cups, and the World card. Okay. So for you, what you're bringing to this, the energy that you're bringing to this is like a very stable and strong sense of commitment. Ten of Pentacles is, you have your stuff together, okay? And then we see the Ten of Cups, Seven of Swords, and Death. So, there's a lot of dedication that you have towards your family, towards the person you love, towards the people that you keep in community with. But in the nature of the connection, there's something a little sneaky going on. And, I wonder if there's a part of you that is, with the Death card here, there's something is going to transform. Death doesn't always mean that something is like ending in a really bad way. It means that something is irrevocably transforming. So what you're bringing is, you're bringing a lot of love and a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication, but there's a little bit of, maybe you're feeling a little bit scattered in this connection, or kind of really not showing how many of your, I think there could be something that you're holding close to the chest there. Because we see this person is wanting to take these eggs, but is not taking all of them, just taking one big one and holding it close. It's a little bit of a kind of sneaky, but I feel like this is in the interest of self-preservation, because I don't get any real like malevolent vibes or deceitful vibes, like purposefully trying to, hurt another person or hurt yourself or anything like that. So on your person's side, we have the Hermit, the King of Wands, the King of Cups, and the World card. So this person is bringing a lot of very powerful, very emotionally grounded, a lot of passion, but a lot of leadership. In the nature of the connection, you may be looking to them to be kind of setting the pace and tone of whatever it is that you're going through with one another. And this person is also doing their very best to stay true to themselves and really follow their own inner guidance when it comes to this connection. And then on the bottom here, it's like we have Death, the Four of Cups, and the World. So it's like you have it looks like a cycle is coming to a close here. And in the middle, there's a sense like, because there's like the World is when the cycle comes to a close, but it could also be seen as like graduating to another level, right? And whatever level that is, it would appear that this person has been doing a lot of thinking about it, has been really doing a lot of soul searching about it, and is bringing their King of Wands and King of Cups energy with passion and emotional stability, the ability to get things done, the ability to stay grounded in the face of all that, into whatever this relationship is going to evolve into. You are also bringing love and commitment here, a sense of groundedness. But then there's like this little, that we'll clarify that, see what that's about. But then I get the sense that this change, whatever it is for you, is feeling like a death. So rather than feeling like a graduation or an unfolding, it's feeling like, well, what it was before is no longer, so now, but we'll clarify. So in the nature of the relationship right now, Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords, and King of Wands. So that's probably it. I mean, you could be holding back what it is that you want to say. And this person is much more action oriented. They're communicating through their actions. And they're trying to set the pace and the tone and the tenor for moving forward. But we'll see what it is that they want, because in the World card here, it's like, okay, there's a closing of one cycle, but typically that means that there's a beginning of another. And, this is, what is it changing into? What is it evolving into? In that, like I said, this evolution of something that it's evolving into can feel, I get a melancholy from this that can feel very sad. It's like it would appear that you've been wanting to hold on to things as the way that they have been, right? With that egg close to your chest. And then, it's like these people would, it's like they're looking at a rainbow moving forward, but given that we're also looking at the back of them, it's kind of like, where is it going? And with the Four Cups in the middle, that would indicate in the outcome, that would indicate a dissatisfaction on some level with this opportunity. It could indicate boredom. It could indicate just kind of like that kind of harumph energy. But yet, this Four of Cups, this person is sitting there feeling kind of sad, feeling kind of bummed. And then they got, their spirit guide is, there's an umbrella over their head. But traditionally it's like the hand of fate is handing you, and the Four of Cups is facing the Death card. So in the result of this, where this person is leading this and where they want this to evolve into, that's feeling like the Death card to you. You are not wanting that offer, it would appear. It's like, no, I don't want that. I'm not satisfied with that offer. That doesn't, I want the Ten of Pentacles, the commitment, and the Ten of Cups. And we'll see what this person wants, because what we see here is that they've been really doing a lot of soul searching, and then this is their energy inside of themselves. So they're really sitting in their king energy. So, I mean, that, and once we get to the king, it's kind of like, it could be ready to roll over again to the ace. And then with the world, that's also a ultimate kind of end of the line. So end of the line energy. So it would appear that whatever it has been between you two is changing, it's ending, but it's moving into something else. And we'll see what that is. Okay, let's look at the Seven of Swords here. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Why is the Seven of Swords here? Oopie. Why is the Seven of Swords here? Why is the Seven of Swords here? That makes sense. So this person is holding back, being a little strategic. And even without these clarification cards, like I had said, it's like that you're being strategic and holding back and, you know, kind of being secretive about what you want to say. Because the Knight of Swords is heading this way towards the King of Wands. And so over here, clarifying the Seven of Swords, you have Eight of Wands, Judgment, and Seven of Pentacles. So this appears to me that in your secretiveness, in your strategery, in your strategy, you're making judgment calls about what you want to communicate, because ultimately you're tending to this. You want to see it grow. You want to see it grow. And maybe it's not bearing the fruit that you've been wanting yet, but and I think that you're kind of in this spot of trying to decide, you know, judgment of how you communicate that, when you communicate that, because there's a lot of communication energy here with the Knight of Swords and then the Eight of Wands. That's fast moving energy as well. And it could also be messages coming in. It's like, what message do you want to send? What messages are you needing to pay attention to right now? It appears to me that this person on this side speaks more with their actions. So really paying attention to this person's actions and seeing what it is they're trying to communicate. With the Hermit, they very well may be trying to work on these aspects of themselves, but I mean, they're already bringing king energy. And with the Cups, there's a lot of love here. This person has a lot of unconditional love for you. And you have a lot of love for them. Let's go ahead Let's do the King of Wands so that we could just get a more opened up picture here of the nature of the relationship as it stands right now. Why is the King of Wands here? 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 Shoot. Okay, so for the King of Wands, we get the Three of Cups, the Star, and the Page of Swords. Okay, so the King of Wands is clarified by those three cards. Now the Three of Cups is a friendship card. The Star, there's... and I'll get more information when we get to the World. But okay, so it would appear to me that this person, the nature of what they're bringing, I think that this is a hope to evolve in their sense of communication, and they do want to have a conversation with you. But given that it is in the page energy, well, pages are messengers, but it's also a very youthful energy. You know, and we have the page here who is holding this giant sword, and it's kind of like, you know, they have, it would appear to me they have a lot to say. They have a lot to say, and it can feel really big and really heavy for them. And I think, I don't think that they've been communicating with you. I think that they've been verbally. I don't think they've been verbally communicating with you. I think that, you know, about the situation at hand, I think basically, you know, what they've been doing is they have their actions, and then they're kind of, it looks like maybe they have a little front going on, you know, not really showing you how big and heavy these thoughts are for them. But they do have a hope. They do have a hope here, you know, and maybe their wish is to, because the Three of Cups is like the friendship, the dating card, and here you are over here in the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. So it appears that maybe you are a bit further on down the line. You know, you may have this in your head that you guys are already walking down the aisle, you know, if marriage is your thing. And this person's like, yeah, I'm in it to win it, for sure. And I'm feeling very young. I feel like, and this is a 3, so that, you know, that's early on in the path of the cups, in the suit of the cups, right? So this person, I feel like, is like definitely wanting to take it slower than you, but we don't have any pentacles right here, so maybe not too slow. I mean, it looks like for sure they're definitely having fun with you. You could even be like, you know, wish fulfillment for them, but they when it comes to communication and all that, you know, they're still in a youthful place. But they got this king energy and this and their hermit. It's like they're listening to their guiding light. And perhaps the other thing that I'm getting is perhaps the hope for them is to be friends. You know what I mean? Like, but then there's the King of Cups here. Anyways, and that's more like, that could be any level of like, it could be romantic love, but it could also just be like full on unconditional deep love and respect, you know. Okay. Let's do the World card. Why is the World here? 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 Oh my God. And I've shuffled this deck a lot, okay? So you have the World is clarified by Temperance, the Moon, and the High Priestess. This is like 3 major arcana to clarify this other major arcana. And these right here. So for this person, the World, like I'd mentioned before, it's the ending of one cycle, but it's like the beginning of the beginning of another, like all in one. Like whenever I see this card, I think of like graduations, you know, like you're graduating from college. And so it's like, yeah, you had that whole thing, but now you're primed and ready to evolve, right? So this cycle for this person, and then because we have the Hermit up there too, I feel like this person has been invited to, you know, really do some deep self-work. The High Priestess, the Moon, and the Temperance. And the thing is that the High Priestess, the waters behind her and the waters coming off of her robe, and it all lead through the tarot to the Moon. And the Moon and the High Priestess really do represent things that are unseen. They represent unexamined emotions and unexamined spiritual lessons, unexamined bits of the psyche, you know. And with the High Priestess, it's like with the invitation to do this work. And if this is you, or if this is your person, like, right, it's, you have to ask yourself, do you have a therapist or do you have a community? Do you have some way, some outlet to do this work, right? And if you don't, then figure out what that is, because this person is here to invite you in to do it. And so however you're going to make that happen for yourself, whether it's like communing with nature or writing in a journal or going to therapy or going to, if you're a spiritual person and you going to your house of worship, or, you know, a leader in that community to help give guidance and mentorship to you. So this looks like you're ready, right? You're like, I'm in it to win it. This person's like, I'm in this, but I'm not walking down the aisle. I'm really enjoying the time that I'm spending with you. And honestly, you're like a dream come true. I love you. And I know that I got work to do, big time work to do that I'm not even fully aware of yet. And I feel like I have to graduate before I can get to this 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles business. Wow. I mean, and the Temperance, this person, I think that this person, okay, with the star here, the star will like illuminate. The star will illuminate things, and it will also, I mean, there's a sense that there's something out of reach. You know, star energy can also indicate that something is out of reach. And with the Page, The page feels like it's like I said before, youthful energy, right? And so perhaps your person feels as though they're really enjoying being here, being with you, and it's all lovely, and they're not ready. Their readiness is a little out of reach right now. Because I feel like they know that they need to change on some level, and not like, oh, change, you know, change my job or change my clothes. It's like there's an internal change, because with temperance here, that is, and alongside these two cards, like painful, therapy can be very painful, but it's also so rewarding. And I'm just going to call it therapy, right? Because it's just like inner work. So the temperance, it's like doing that inner work and reforging yourself. You know, it's like a sword that gets put in the fire, and then the sword gets taken out of the fire. It's all kind of softened up, or however it is, and then you take the hammer and you bang it, but you're banging it into a new shape, right? And this person, you know, with regard to temperance, very patient, trying to stay very balanced in this work as well. They're trying to stay balanced in this work. I feel like this person has like really, I just feel like this person has really good intentions, and they're very mindful, and they're really waking up, you know. There's so much powerful energy here, and I mean, this is huge. You could tell that everything that is about is really big for them, because there are these big energy markers. The major arcanas, like, they indicate big steps on our fool's journey. So that's really something, like, very big, very powerful, very deep for this person. Okay, let's do the Death card. And I get the sense that with like the Seven of Swords on your side and this holding it, it's like it's I don't know. I get the sense that it would just be a really good idea, Gemini, that if you're worried or you're like, oh, because that's just the energy that's coming off of this card. Trust. You gotta trust. See, the Seven of Swords is gonna use tactics of, you know, could be using tactics of manipulation, deception, although I don't think that you're bringing that level of intensity with, you know, because when people hear the word deception, it sounds a lot like, I mean, very like malevolent and negative things to do to some, like knowingly deceiving someone. Like, I think you're just withholding. You're withholding right now how much you want to communicate, because you're like, it's like, I get the sense you want to figure this out, but this person is still trying to figure it out. And the thing is this is theirs to figure out. I mean, look, all that energy on the bottom there are being invited basically into the underworld. Okay. Why is the Death here? So for you, I'm thinking just try to relax and surrender and enjoy. Stay present. Stay present with what it is that's going on between you guys, because this person's like bringing fun, you know, staying and wanting to get into their doing their thing, like in their mind, like wanting to get clear in their spirit. And you're over here, you're like, like watering this plant, you know. It's like you don't have to work so hard. Okay. And I wonder if this feels like a death, because this is a very, very solo journey. This is a very, like, hermit, solitary energy. This kind of, you know, soul work, spirit work, emotional work, it's an individual journey here. And I think with that focus being there, this person focusing on that, that can feel like a death for you. That can feel like they're withdrawing, because they can be withdrawn sometimes, but they're not withdrawing from you because of you. They're withdrawing for themselves, to take care of themselves, because they're bringing love here. There's a lot of love for you, and a lot of love, you know, and passion. And it's like they take action in order to come and be with you. They're actively engaging with you. Yeah. And yeah. Okay, why is the death here? Death? Oh, death. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Couldn't help it. Okay. Why is the death card here? 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 You may, yeah, the death card is clarified by the 6 of Wands, the 2 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. And that's just what I said. That is exactly what I just said. You feel like there's a death happening because you are not getting as much attention as you once did. You're still getting attention, but, you know, maybe you're not getting this attention, right? Yeah. I think that that's it. This person is definitely engaged with you, but maybe not to the level that you want, because you're ready to, like, basically, you know, get married or whatever, be forever, or committed. And this person needs to, they know for themselves, for their own health and healing, like, and even whatever they want to bring, like what they're going to be bringing to this relationship or any relationship in their future, because they have a lot of love here, right? And so they want to level up, they want to graduate, but they're wanting to graduate inside, you know. And with that being such a very solo journey, a very independent, like a really, and not like somebody has to remain in isolation while they're doing this kind of work. That's actually not recommended, you know, because that can just put you in a lot darker of a place. But point is that this person's working on themselves. They know that they need to work on themselves. They're doing it, and it looks like here it's with all the, like, the best of intentions. There's a lot of clarity here around the growth that they want to do, growing up from the Page, and they got the King energy. And so with them doing that, focusing on that, and like here you're like, here we're like friends, you know, that can feel like a death to you or an ending to you because of the 2 of Cups energy. It's like, and then there's the 6 of Wands, which is attention, adoration. You know, there's a feeling that you're not getting that as much because this person's focus is over here on themselves. And the 4 of Cups is in between these two. And so, yeah, it's kind of like, well, this is where it's at. And there's a part of you that's like, well, I don't want it to be like this. Okay, so you know what? I feel like that's a really good piece. I feel like that's the reading. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys some oracle cards. Like words of advice, words of wisdom here. I mean, basically what I'm getting from your side, Gemini, don't trip. Don't even trip out. It feels that way, but know that it's totally fine. And it's actually a blessing. Like you want, when you're involved with a counterpart, you have a divine, when you have a divine counterpart, like you want them to be doing the work. You want them to be doing the work. Okay, so what are some keywords for Gemini and their person? Cleansing and transformation. Yeah, things are transforming. Inner, outer. Forgiveness and sacrifice. So maybe you feel like, you know, you need to, I don't know who you need to forgive or what you need to sacrifice, but forgiveness and sacrifice. Maybe there's a part of you that feels like you're just, okay, well, I'll be patient and I'll give up. I'll sacrifice, I don't know. I have no idea. Adaptable and opportunistic. So I feel like that links in a lot with the World card. Like this connection is evolving, and connections always evolve as the people evolve, and it just grows and changes over time, and it's very beautiful, like the unfolding of the relationships in our lives. It's so important, and sometimes it can be very painful, but sometimes it just ends up leading to a place where it's just like way better than you would even thought it could be. And it's there, and it's where it needs to be. But I feel like the adaptable piece goes along with this, because you can adapt and they can adapt with regard to like this person's changing. Okay. Okay, I'll get animal, spirit animal cards for you guys, and then a couple flowers. Heron, patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently toward your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So I feel that's going to go up on, that can go between both you guys actually, and it's a beautiful card. Because, you know, one needs a lot of patience on their soul journey, and then, you know, if you need some patience with this plant you're trying to grow here, you know. That sounds, I think that sounds good. That's really nice. Okay. Hydrangea, focus on wholeness above and below. Very good. Very strong energy for both of you guys. Orchid, your uniqueness is always perfectly lovely. And Lotus, stand still for now and listen to your life. Lovely. Yeah. All right, well, that's what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, bye-bye.